Missed part of the show? We got you covered at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Now back to Bubba Live Worldwide.
So, we got Turbo Tyler Erb, driver of the number one. What's your official? Is it best? It's the number one best. What's the whole big spiel of the number one car, Tyler Erb?
That was just Eric Brock's number.
No, like when you say I drive the number one, blah 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 blah. Say it again, motorsports. Like what's your whole spiel?
It'd be the best performance number one, sponsored by First Class Septic, RBC, Kaiser Manufacturing, Integra Shocks and Springs, etc., etc.
So this is Turbo Tyler Erb, and within the late model, like Seth, within the late model industry, he's kind of the Rock. Badass, been in the most trouble. He'll fight you.
I saw you talking to him during the break. I mean, he's got like a Baker Mayfield kind of swag to him. Like he doesn't take any crap. I like it.
You know, he doesn't take any crap. He's very loyal. But he'll even run over his friend. Like I think it was at East Bay when you ran over Devin, and Devin got full hot on you, and like, but that's the way he rolls. Like, you know, there's no filter. What, you did run over Devin at East Bay, didn't you?
Well, so I was leading, and Devin come clear high and tried to kill me, and I just didn't fold. It would be the best way to say it. Like a lot of people would just fold, but I didn't do it. And if you remember that whole podcast we did, he talked about how he doesn't do anything wrong, and he's the good guy, and this and that.
He is the good guy.
I don't know if anybody's checked the news lately, but
well,
we're gonna get into that. But just on the surface, prior to Devin getting in trouble this past week, he's the golden boy, and you're kind of the bad boy. I mean, one of your fire suits is is like an inmate. It's like you're a prisoner.
Oh, that's kick ass.
Well, I do feel like I'm in prison sometimes racing with some of these guys. It's just, you got the wardens that run the show and tech and do all that kind of stuff. So it's real easy to feel like you're in jail. And yeah, it's true though. It's a character. I'm not ashamed of who I am or what I think. So if it bothers somebody that I have a prisoner's outfit, then
who have you gotten the most heat with? Like who are you currently in a battle with right now? Because you always got some kind of strife going on. There's always somebody in the roster or on the roster that you just most recently got into, or rough drove, or ran them up the track. Usually you got one in the hopper at all times.
Last week, like we raced Florence this week, and it was rubbered. I wasn't in the mix of the heat. Robbie Hensley and Tyler Carpenter, they were wrecking and fighting, and like I know a little bit about life, and one thing you don't do is fight the Hensleys at Florence. So there I was pretty good. Really, right now, I think I'm just, some of the fans of dirt late model racing are a little upset because I had a sticker on my helmet at East Bay, and that kind of
What sticker did you have?
Well, I had a sticker, and it said, can I say the D word on radio?
Dick?
Yeah, can I say dick?
I mean, yeah, as long as you're not talking about a penis. If you're just saying like, quit being a dick, or you are a dick.
That's what it said. That's literally what the sticker says.
Okay,
it says,
what did it say?
It said, "Suck a dick, don't be a dick." I thought that was fair.
Well. We tried.
That's not bad, right?
Yeah, well,
50%.
You can interpret it any way it is, but the whole point of the sticker is like,
the way you may have been able to get away with that is if you put like on your helmet on the sticker, if you would on the suck the part of that, if you would have put like a D and then like an asterisk, and not spell, not completely had the D word spelled out.
Well, the thing is a good sponsor / friend of mine, Anthony's Pizza, gave me the stickers, and a lot of people think it was like a way of me coming out and stuff, and I was like, not really. I just thought it was funny. So
you actually but you had a good speed weeks by your standards, didn't you? I think you won. Did you win 2 or 3?
No, I won one. I gave one away at your place.
Boy, you gave it away.
Right away.
And I'm watching this right on my truck, and with my girlfriend, the Merch Crick, and I'm like, Turbo's he's gonna get, like, I'm gonna be down in Victory Lane, giving him the biggest hug, giving him that big ass check, because you are one of my best friends on the tour, and I'm like, and you haven't won, but what, one other time at my place?
No, I've ran second at your place like 3 times.
Right.
I've never won.
So, but this time you're in the lead. Like it's yours to blow. Like it's yours. It's all, you got 3/4 of. You took the white winning.
Yep.
Am I
yep.
right?
Yes,
and
exactly.
he took the white winning, and I'm like, yeah. My guy, you got a Bubba Army sticker on your side of your car. It's just gonna be great. And then you completely stepped on that you stepped on your D. Some lap traffic got a hold of you, and who got by you?
Ricky Thornton.
RTJ got by you, and the winning son of a bitch that he is, he got you.
He got me in traffic there, and then we went to East Bay, and I won the second night at East. The first night I led half the race, and Huddy got by me, and I just wasn't very good. Then I won the next night at East Bay. Then we ran double-headed features, and I started on the pole one and just wasn't very good. It was rough. And then I think the next feature I had to start at the back because I had a flat in the heat, ran like 10th. And then the next night, I led till about lap 35, 36, and had a part failure. So that sucked. And then the last night, I led half the feature and let Big Perm get by me.
You may have led led the most laps in all of Speedweeks.
I did.
It's all.
I did.
Speedweeks.
I was looking at the thing. I was like, I think I had led like 100 and something. Me and Thornton were first and second for laps led. So it was. I mean, we're getting everything turned around, and hopefully winning a lot of races this year.
So let's talk about the big controversy last week, arguably in dirt late model sports, in the history of dirt late model. I mean, dating back to, Bloomer when he used to run good, and just, dating back to all the legends, the CK Rayburns, just, all the stuff that's happened over the years in the big news. Last week probably was chocked full of more drama than any week I've ever since I've been alive in dirt late models. And it started out first with this big 3-person tire suspension, tire doping deal. Our good friend Devin Moran, who's not a known tire doper. Bobby,
he's a good guy.
He's a great guy. Bobby Pierce, who I don't know how you feel about Bobby, but Bob.
Hold on, Harry. We're live on the radio. Don't do that. That's Harry. We're actually
Harry, we're live on radio. Behave yourself. That's right. Just keep walking, Harry. That's what you need to do. Keep walking and let the superstars do the show. Okay, you go up.
Bubba the Love Sponge. Hold on, give me like 30 minutes. We're live, really.
Is that your boss? Is that your owner?
Yeah. Oh. This is Eric.
Hey, Eric, owner, love you, buddy. We're just trying to promote your brand and promote your product, my friend.
Cool.
Appreciate it. Cool. I don't want you to lose your ride. Man, this would be the biggest news. 1, the tire doping. 2, the HUD deal. And then 3, Herb loses his ride by being on the Bubba the Love Sponge show. Pisses off owner.
Yeah, pretty much.
He might as well get up in the news. So then Kyle Bronson, Bobby Pierce, and Devin Moran come up with dirty tire samples from Volusia. Was it when you guys were there in January, or was it when you guys came after East Bay?
After East Bay, February. After
East Bay. Now, has the penalty? I didn't know the penalty. I didn't know 2 things. One, I didn't know it was like a $10,000 penalty. And
it was your race winnings. It's like 2,000 minimum plus whatever you won that night.
I know, but I mean, that's a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you get suspended. Now, is it suspended for 1 month, or is it suspended for 4 races?
Whatever. So like if it goes a month and you don't race any races, it's 4 races or a month, whatever's first. So, like, say there was 10 races that month, the first 4 races you'd be suspended, then you're good.
So how many races will Devin, Bobby, and Kyle, as far as Lucas? Now, are those all 3 Lucas guys, or is Bobby an outlaw guy?
Bobby's an outlaw guy. Kyle's an outlaw guy too.
So how many races is this going to cost them? And Devin too.
Bobby's out. Like Bobby said, he's not going to run World Outlaws because it messes up his points for the year. Kyle, I would assume, is going to be in the same boat, so he won't run Outlaws. And then Devin, his was a dirt car suspension, so really he's not going to miss anything because he'll be back good to go before Eldora. That would be the next dirt car race he would go to.
And so what's your opinion on here's my opinion. My opinion is, and again, we have the bigger story, which is the next story, and that's the HUD Rocket, split up. But this is the first news, and I don't think they did it. Here's what I think, knowing the soil they started using Volusia started using the same soil surfactant that I use. If you notice, this year Volusia took less rubber and was retained more moisture and raced better than it ever has in a long time. Would you not agree?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like it, but yes, the features raced really well.
Yeah, I mean, there was nights they were having sprint cars and late models, which are your two biggest, as far as wheel spin and creating potentially rubber. I don't know that Volusia just bona fidely rubbered any night you guys were there. I don't think.
No, it didn't. No.
And so
No.
the reason why is because they're juicing the track. And they're juicing the track with a soil surfactant that I think is what tested at Blue Ridge. That's absolutely what I think. It happened to my track 2 years ago with USAC. These guys come back. I guess they came back positive, and they actually were able to. So Bobby and Kyle and Devin, they need to bring this soil surfactant up, because I think that's what caused this to happen. Or are the World Outlaws not even open to any type of reasoning with this?
I mean, you can do an appeal, but historically, the appeal, no one's ever overturned it, and I don't think they're going to start doing that now. So yeah, I don't think there's a chance they can prove they're innocent as far as the test. But I mean, if you're innocent, you should do everything you can do to prove you're innocent. It's just
but I mean, if you're innocent, let's say that they're I don't know which one, which two, or all three are not. They know the consequences of tire doping. Because trust me,
everybody does. Yeah, everybody does.
Trust me, if there was a guy that would be doping tires, it'd be you. Trust me.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
I'm just saying, if Tyler Erb is testing clean, bitch, then probably almost everybody, because he's the biggest outlaw taking a swing. I don't care. Let me try to get one up on you. I mean, would you? I mean, really, right?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta try.
They should just, what? I could say them a whole bunch. Just test your tires. If you're clean, everybody's clean.
They tested me a bunch down there. That's what Lucas. They test. I think I got tested at your place, East Bay. Every night at East Bay, they probably took 50 samples at East Bay. So yeah, there's a lot.
What does this do for these three guys? Three great guys, by the way. I mean, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like it at all.
It's like a it kind of downplays their character, I would say, is what it looks like from the outside. Just makes you look like, when someone accuses you of something and you don't have a way to prove you're innocent, it just makes you look bad. So really the only way I think you could make yourself look good is like go on Jerry Springer, take a lie detector live and show that, like, hey, look, I passed a lie detector.
Hey, tell Devin I got a lie detector if he wants to do one. I mean,
do you have one?
I could get one.
There you go. That's how you solve all this, Bubba. You give lie detectors live on the show to prove innocence or guilty. It's just like Maury and Judge Judy.
Literally
and
fly. Devin's always taking vacations with his hot wife to Florida. I mean, like every other. I mean, they're down here more than anybody I know. So, like, Devin, swing on in here. We'll do a lie detector test, and publicly do an on-air lie detector test, and boom. And if you and we have to go by the results.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think to help yourself, because, be honest, none of us are chemists. I mean, I don't know if can you make a Diet Coke? Do you know how to make a Diet Coke?
No, but I need to drink more of them.
Me too. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. None of us, we're all ignorant to what chemistry is. None of us know how to do it or what makes a tire. Like, I couldn't make a tire here in this shop, and none of us could. So really, we're fighting a battle that we don't know anything about. So it's hard to argue, this is wrong or that's wrong. If you did something wrong, and that's literally all you have. And with regards
to tire doping, owning a racetrack, having driven a little bit, I think tire doping can only help you in two situations. One, it can take maybe a heat or a heat. It can take a heat or a feature tire.
The camera's on, I promise you. All right.
Is that still the owner?
Is that the owner?
Harry?
Yeah, that's Harry.
Well, tell Harry to come on up and hang out with us if he wants. I mean, we don't want to be.
Harry don't want to talk.
Okay.
He stands in silence. He's like my bodyguard. He's just listening.
Right. So what I'm thinking is, like, tire softener, tire doping, you can revive a used tire to maybe get a heat or a feature or like a maybe some hot laps out of. But I think like as far as in features, as far as like an A or a B feature, I think after 2 or 3 or 4 laps, whatever you've put on your tire, it's burnt off and it's not going to help you. I mean, I don't think it's going to help you in a 50-lap feature. I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know enough about it. I never raced go-karts.
Have you talked to Devin about it? He's such a good kid, and you guys are best friends.
Devin and Kyle are innocent. I haven't spoke to Bobby, but everybody claims innocent, and that's their story, and they're sticking to it. That's what Devin told me and Kyle. So that's all I got to base off. They said we didn't do it. We bought the tires there, didn't wash them, yada yada yada, and that was
no simple green, no nothing.
Well, nobody admitted to any of that, but I mean, everybody washes their stuff. So,
but did you see they came out with like some new rules where you can't have one of the little kids pool. You can't
no deep freezes, no kiddie pools, no, because there was a little bit of that going on. There's people with, support trailers that was like a little tire lab in there.
Oh, I know, and they had like a freezer in there, and then they would true them in there, cut them, like a Larry Jones cutting machine in there, and then
them two didn't have support trailers, so I mean it's kind of hard to say they did, and I mean I don't know anything enough about Bobby.
Tyler Erb will never be driving for a team that's got a support trailer, please.
No support trailers. No support trailers.
So let's talk about the biggest news of all, and that is, I equated it to Rocket being the Chiefs and Huddy being, Patrick Mahomes, and you now have a split of arguably 2 of the best. And it took everybody by surprise that nobody really knows the truth behind it. And I don't know if you know any more than what's been publicly released. I've seen all types of rumors, some of which I don't think we can get into. But I think, is it your opinion that there's something that will never be known or never be told? Or do you just think it was, hey, I'm tired of racing for the best team, for the best organization there is. I'm 23 years old. I got a chance to make a lot of money, and I'm done with this.
Yeah, I mean, I think right there you said one of the obvious facts is money is obviously not his driving factor in life, because it's hard to make that much money driving for another team. So obviously that wasn't, an issue, because it's well known they're going to win and they're going to make a lot of money. So I think just you got to know how it is. Mark's a certain type of individual, and Mark does one thing really, really good, and that's make you a good race car driver and make you win races. And things that come with that is just hard work. And Mark's going to get on your ass. Like, he's going to get on your ass.
Oh, Mark's the Vince Lombardi of late models. Like, he didn't put up with nothing, but he's going to put the most technologically advanced, best car known to man underneath your ass.
Yeah, and that's the catch of it all. Huddy's a good kid. He's not. I think all the rumors that everybody's making up, that's not true.
Some of them are very salacious and very disturbing, and I'm like, you know what? And somebody was like, man, you should talk about something. I'm like, out of respect to Huddy, I'm not. Yeah. And I know his dad, Don, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that because none of us don't. We don't know that, any of it.
Yeah. I mean, Huddy's character, you can tell. He's not all the stuff about all the extracurricular that they say. There's no facts to
have you talked to Huddy?
I haven't talked to Huddy, but I mean, we all speak and talk, and people close to Huddy. I don't want to get in the middle of all of it. It's not.
And
my
I'm not
place.
asking you to. I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm not asking you to.
I haven't spoke to Huddy personally, but I mean, I think from the outside looking in, just knowing the situation, Huddy's 23, Mark's however old he's in his 50s, and Mark is just old school. He's his way of doing things, and he's gonna make you win. He's gonna make you a good race car driver, and you're gonna sacrifice other things to do that. So obviously, it just wasn't gelling, and winning everything they won isn't enough to make him.
Where does Huddy go?
There's a lot of speculations about where he's going to be, because he's racing this week at Brownstown Atomic, and I
think that's something they're throwing together, though, right? I mean.
Nah, I don't. I think he's going to drive somebody else's car, but it's a lot of speculation, and I could tell you it's probably not in a rocket car, and it's probably going to raise a bunch of eyebrows. But
so you're saying he's going to? You think that Huddy's going to roll out Longhorn Willie, and it's going to be even more of a crap show?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the situation Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what it's brewing to be. We won't know until Friday when we get to Atomic, but that's pretty much what it's looking
So
like.
he's going to probably be in a 71 Longhorn owned by somebody else, and then it's just going to even add throw gas on this already dumpster fire we got going on here.
Yeah, I mean that's the way the world works, isn't it? Like if you're gonna do it, you do it big. So
and then
I don't.
And there was and in your and to credit to you, there was only really two or three names that were being thrown around to take over the Rocket ride. Tim McCready, who got the ride, you, and there was a couple other, maybe the Carpenter kid, but who were the three? Weren't you part of you were one of the big names that were coming out potentially to go drive, and did you have a discussion with Mark at all?
I mean, the thing is, this is the easiest way to look at it. The perfect scenario for somebody to go drive that car is somebody that owns their own stuff right now, because if you own your own stuff, you can put it all on hold. You don't sell everything. You don't piss your car owner off, and he doesn't sell out and leave with a bad taste in his mouth in March. Because all these guys that own this stuff have spent a lot of money. So a guy like McCready, outside looking in, everyone, it's not a secret. Like Carson Ferguson is who is being groomed to take that ride. That was
right.
I mean, that was the general consensus about everything that's going on. So I don't necessarily think McCready was going to get shit canned tomorrow, but where he's at, he's
that ride.
older.
The ride that he was in was a couple year ride at best because they were grooming the kid, and I think Tim is probably that seasoned veteran that can maybe deal with Mark a little bit better.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There's not many kids my age or younger that can handle someone like Mark, and it's just how you were brought up. And even, I mean, you don't know until you're there. Like Sheppy's tough. His dad's a hard ass, and he made it for a long time, and then just wanted to do something different. So McCready is he's a little bit different situation because he doesn't own anything, and really hasn't. He's always drove for somebody. So it's like for him, he wants to win. He's at a point in his life where he just wants to win. He didn't care about any of the other shit. So that's his end goal, is to win, make the most money he can make driving a race car, and he's not out nothing.
Does McCready come in now and just whoop ass? I mean, McCready is, you got 10 guys on any given night that could win within Lucas or World Outlaw, whether it's Superman, whether it's old school Billy Owens, whether it's whether it's the 99, whether it's Huddy, whether in McCready. I think McCready had a victory during Speed
Yeah,
Weeks.
he won at Alltech. Yeah, he won at Alltech.
And I mean, does McCready now, who still has this skill set, does he come in now and become Superman? Not no disrespect to the 49, but does he come in and be King Kong?
I mean, I think it'd take a little bit of time. McCready historically is a guy that wins 6 to 10 races a year, but somehow always wins a couple 50,000s in there. Like he doesn't win all the 30 lapper, 40 lapper races, but the longer the race, he tends to do better. And maybe just if his car suits him to where he can go run the cushion easier for 30 laps, he'll probably win those races too. But I don't think he's gonna win 30 races this year, but he will win. Like one thing is that car always wins. Doesn't matter who drives it, who's in it. It's just the way that the whole team operates. So he'll win races, but I think it'll take him a little bit of time. Just Longhorns are a way different car. They drive different. They're just looser in general. So our cars tend to be a lot tighter.
It always seems like rockets are fighting tight, and horns are fighting loose. This is what kind of like being a track owner, hearing the guys talk about it. The rocket guys are always trying to get it to rotate and turn, and the Longhorn guys are trying to get it not to step out from them.
Yep, pretty much, and that's what I'm saying. He's drove them cars for 10 years now. McCready has, so it's going to take a minute to just get some muscle memory and really figure out how to tell Mark and relay what he needs. Because, Mark's, like I said, Mark just is Mark. He does what he does, and he makes the car fast. And his thing that he's been really good at is telling who's ever driving it, listen, this is what you need to do. This is how you need to drive it. And when they finally figure that out, they win. So it's hard to make somebody a little bit older change their ways. And McCready's a good enough driver that he'll figure it out. Like he's not past his prime. That guy still wins.
No, he's got
quite a bit,
yeah.
and he's in good shape. It's not like he's walking with a cane and stuff. Like I think a lot of people downplay what he is. He's a good racer, and he does a good job. You wouldn't think he was
How
50 when he gets out there and races.
how good do you think the bloomer would do if you put him in the one? I mean, first of all, he wouldn't.
He wouldn't. He's just not up on the wheel enough. Like those cars, you have to hustle these cars, and that's not what Scott does.
So you're saying Bloomer is like we probably never will see Bloomer win another big like a world or a anything like that?
I don't think so personally. He just in not good shape. Like if it paid $100,000 to run 8 laps at Eldora, I'd put my money on him. But it just doesn't. Like, that's not the way it works.
It's usually 100 laps, right, buddy?
Yeah.
So you're saying for a heat race, man, Bloomer go out there and whip your ass, but you might fall out of the seat when it comes to anything longer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he'll even fall. His program's not where it needs to be or where it once was, and him personally he doesn't seem to be in the greatest of shape and things like that. So
are we going to see another RTJ, Ricky, a Bobby Pierce, domination again this year? Are we going to see something like that?
I mean, you never know. It happens every year. It seems like JD had his year. Shep had a year last year. Huddy, Bobby, and Ricky all won $1 million. So, I mean, it's hard to say no because every year somebody just starts winning a bunch of races and they don't stop.
As a pro driver? By the way, Tyler Erb on the Zoom. Tyler, where can people go to find all Tyler Erbness, from merchandise to just what you're doing? What's your socials?
TylerErb.com, Best Performance Motorsports, Turbo, TERBO 91 on anything, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Even though he didn't drive the 91 car, he still has the 91.
No, it hadn't been number 91. I hadn't been number 91 in like 6 years, but that's my handle.
That's your handle.
Yeah.
So what is it? It's Brownstown this weekend, which
Atomic Brownstown, Atomic Friday, Brownstown Saturday.
And here's the thing: Brownstown's Huddy's home track. Like that's where that's his real estate right there.
Yeah, that's his jam for sure.
What's your jam? What's your home track?
East Bay.
No, bitch. You don't. I'm talking about like where you live, where your shop is most closest proximity to.
Well, where we're at now, my closest racetrack's Eldora.
Right.
Really, like Eldora's 35 minutes, but Atomic, I really, really like Atomic.
You better smack that East Bay right out your mouth because they're no longer around. Well, you got one more there.
I bought it.
You got
breaking news. I bought it.
Yeah, I heard you. I heard that when you won this year. Like, I'm buying this bitch. I'm like, he's so stupid.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I am. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
East Bay live forever. I'll race by myself there.
It's all it's gonna be is you.
Yeah.
So good luck, of course, to Tim. Was there anybody else considered for that ride, you think? I mean, was it Tim all the way, or, was your name being kicked around,
Oh, yeah, there's a couple other names. It's just, I mean, it's hard to leave, just say a Brandon Overton in the world. That guy spent a lot of money on him, his car owner, and helped him build a race team. And if you leave I mean, nothing's forever. So right now, if you think your situation's pretty stable and the people that support you are going to stick behind you for a while, it's hard to leave them high and dry to go over there, even though it is probably the best team and ride. It's just you want to not put yourself in a bind, because once you burn a bridge, it's hard to come back from
I was kind of hoping, pulling for Mark a little bit, I was kind of hoping that maybe Josh would come out of retirement and him and Josh could get back on the same page. I was really wanting that was what I was really wanting.
It'd have been cool to see, but obviously it didn't happen, and it didn't seem like it was in the cards. So I don't know. We might see him back one day, but I don't think in the foreseeable future we'll see Josh racing again.
Maybe. So listen, can we do Zooms with you anytime you get in trouble or you win or you get suspended absolutely. Or you want to fight the guy down at the Flying J or anything?
Yeah. As long as I'm not in jail, I don't think they give you computers in jails. At least the one I went to, they didn't.
We do have your owner behind you with his hands crossed. He's not real happy about this whole situation. So Tyler Erb, ladies and gentlemen, from time to time we'll have him on if once he does something spectacular.
You should do a podcast with him, Bubba.
Oh yeah,
you guys are it's co-hosts and stuff.
And we went 3 hours like a month ago when he was here.
I think.
I was like the longest Bubba after hours special.
And I think we pulled
Showtime show ever.
Didn't we pull I forget how many? It was like one of our best performing. Him and Devin Moran.
It was really.
I wish you could figure out who brought more viewers, because I promise you it was me.
You think so?
The good guy script, it only gets you for once or twice.
Yeah, stats show that it was you all the
Stats
day.
shows the bad guy. That's
what I thought. Make sure you tell Devin. Send Devin that link tonight.
I'm going to say, Devin, sorry about the suspension, but also bad news. Turbo got 32% more views than you did with regards to that video we did. So you're a two-time.
Make sure you remind him. He likes to get on his high horse and think that he sells more because he preaches to a different choir. That's all it is.
Yeah, you're part of the Turn 3 gang, rough around the edges. He's he's the other guy. He's the baby face and you're the heel.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. Hey, thank you, Tyler, for not giving us any news that I didn't already know. I thought I was gonna get. I thought I was gonna get some real juicy stuff from the bad boy of late models, and he pretty much says all three didn't do it.
The owner shut it down when he walked in. His essence.
Yeah, the owner shut you right on down, buddy. Hell yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you can blame it on Harry. You're gonna have to get me on a weekend when no one's around.
When Harry's not around.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, hey man, thank you, buddy, and this we're gonna make this a standalone video. I'll send you the links to it and everything, and hopefully you can send it out on your various places.
All right, thanks for having me on, Bubba.
Thank you, Tyler. Bye, buddy. See you later.